So, we're going to approve the agenda, but before that,
Madam Chair, I motion to move the topic of policy 3281 to the top of the agenda.
I'll second that.
we're moving that to the top of the agenda just because there's a lot of you folks here that we've never seen before. Which I would be nice to have you all the time. However,
Be here next month.
and in doing so, I just want to put a little bit out there. When we get policies from the Idaho School Board Association, we have to put it on the agenda and we have to talk about it in a public meeting. It doesn't mean we have to adopt it, but it does mean that we have to look at it, which we did last week at a public meeting where none of you were. And it was on the website. We put it out there.
What if you don't get the internet?
Anyway, I'm talking. I'm talking. Thank you. We talked about it. We discussed it. It doesn't. This policy isn't. There isn't state law that says we have to do this policy. There isn't federal law that says we have to do this policy. No. There isn't case law that says we have to do this policy. We're here to do the best what's best for our students and our schools. So that's what we intend on doing. I'm really sorry that there was misinformation put out there. It was irresponsible, I think, to get everybody really excited about something that we as a board wouldn't want to do for our schools. So we're going to take a vote now on this policy. So I need a motion to approve or reject this policy.
May I make a motion?
Yes.
To reject it. Second?
Any more discussion?
Well, wait a minute.
We don't know what
Discussion
policy
from
is.
us?
What's the policy?
Can you read the policy?
I'm not reading the policy. The policy is 3281.
But they said there would be public input, time for public input.
Okay, I'm going to say it one more time. We are conducting a meeting here. We are going to reject this policy.
But what's the policy? We don't know.
3281 is right there. You should have read it before you did.
They're gonna
I'm going to take a vote. I'm going to take a vote. All those in favor of rejecting this policy, say aye.
Aye.
Cool.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, you guys. And the other thing, nobody called. You guys should have called us. We're not like, we don't have your phone. I didn't see people.
I actually tried, and I just got a message.
Whose phone?
I tried to call the school board.
Who? Our phone numbers are all on the.
I don't know, it was just the general school board phone number, and then it goes into, and it gives you the option to talk to different people.
Yeah, our numbers, my cell phone's listed there. I always have it with me. I may not answer it because I do work. But I will check my messages and call you back. But you guys really, I feel bad that there was such bad information out there and people got really upset. And I feel bad you guys have been upset for over a week about this. So seriously, if you're that passionate about something that we're doing, call us. Because that's what we're here for.
I called, and your office was very cooperative, very clear. It was a good conversation.
Good.
So
Yeah. So I'm sorry that you guys got all upset because I can't imagine how I would have felt had I thought this was happening.
Can I just ask one question?
Yeah.
If you're rejecting this tonight, does that mean it won't come back up?
It doesn't mean that.
Okay.
We're rejecting this policy. I'm not sure what the state of Idaho is going to do. They've done nothing.
Okay. So
I'm not
how did
sure.
it come into effect? Can I ask that?
The Idaho School Board Association.
Okay.
And there are states that have really strict guidelines with this. We don't. California's one of them, Maine's one of them. But right now, the state of Idaho doesn't. So one more thing, though, before we move on. We're not adopting this policy. However, we also aren't going to tolerate any bullying or any bad behavior towards anybody that might have a difference of opinion than those that are here or than myself. So I make that very clear.
That's already in the rules.
It sure is.
This for everybody, but we don't want our kids going around and bullying these kids. It isn't their fault.
No.
And we've already talked to our grandson about it. And he understands. It's not their fault, and they're not to be treated any differently if they were playing with any of the other kids on the ground. That I had no problem with.
So anyway,
They had
that's
just as much right as anybody else was.
right. So that's what we're doing with this policy. So if that's why everyone's here, you can stay. Or you can go. It's up to you guys.
So do you not want to hear what people?
We're gonna do public input in a few minutes. We just want to get that out of the way in case people were really concerned about it, upset about it. And it's rejected, so we really won't be taking input in regards to that because it's not something we're implementing for West Bonner High School District.
And just to clarify, that did not originate at the West Bonner County.
No. Idaho School Board Association. But we have to look at stuff. We're very transparent, so anything we do is in public. So when we get a policy down from Idaho School Board Association, we can't just look at it, and I can't look at it and go, oh, we're not gonna do this. Paul can't go, oh, the board's not gonna do this. We have to do it as a board, which then means it's public.
And Madam Chair, for the record, because I know that this is being videotaped and it's not, it may not have caught what it is. It is 3281 is gender identity and sexual orientation for the record, so that we understand that's for the record, because it's not necessarily being picked up.
It was said a moment ago, I believe the question was asked, that does this mean in the future that something about this would not come up again? And I believe you said, no, we're not saying that. So if something that has to do with this topic is to come up again in this school year, what kind of a notification can the public expect to receive that this is going to be considered, or a change of what has been said tonight?
Well, if it's going to be considered to be on an agenda, agendas are posted usually a week before our meetings.
Posted where?
They're posted on all the site. They're posted at the pier. They're posted on the website. They're posted at the schools.
Is the newspaper? I don't have a computer. I don't do the computer.
The newspaper does not post our agenda.
So if you don't have a computer,
Then you
where
must
could one
come
go?
down here to the district office.
But wouldn't it be fair to say that the only, as we were discussing, the reason that it would be considered again is if it came down from the legislature.
Right. It would have
At
to come
this
back,
point in
yeah.
time, it would have to come down from the legislature, and I would say most likely, we would not be looking at this policy again through this school year.
No. I would be shocked. I mean, yeah.
And I'd like to add that it's, when I heard about it, it was very easy to locate the information, even the agenda is
Yeah.
posted on the website.
Thank you.
Not just the,
Come next month.
Not just the agenda, but each of the items for consideration. You can go on and read through the whole thing.
So we're gonna go ahead and just
I have
continue
a
our
question.
meeting.
When you say you're not going to deal with it this year, that's at the board level. What about at the school level? Will it be dealt with differently at the school level if it's rejected at the board level?
I don't know what you mean by
The
that.
school can't adopt policy, only the board can adopt policy.
Okay, so the school cannot do anything differently? Okay.
And again, I'm really sorry about the misinformation, you guys. Briefly.
Yes, every year for the last several years, probably 10, they've been pushing this legislation at the state level every year. Every year. It's called add the words. 2 words, add the words. They want this in the discrimination laws. We need to watch that very, 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 very carefully. Also, 2 months ago, you said that if the Idaho School Board Association recommends a policy that you are supposed to pass it. So
No, we never said that.
it's not.
No. So, we never said that, by the way.
That was
We
my
have to do stuff that's law. We're bound by Idaho state law. But, so anyway, we're gonna move on. We're gonna continue our meeting. Are y'all staying? Thank you. Thank you. We can take you want to take a recess? Those of you who want to go can go. We'll take a 5-minute recess.